career. Okay, thank you for that. Amazing. Someone says we can see your screen. Thank you. If you have any question as I progress, please feel free to either pop your hand up or put it in the chat, and I will pick it up, as we progress. So I'm sure a lot of us want to unlock careers for ourselves. A lot of you are joining this call today, possibly because you want to find yourself in the world of tech. I can say for a fact that once you can get your leg in the door, there are a lot of opportunities that are bound, in the world of tech. By show of hand or by putting in the chat, can you just say, oh, if you're someone that is looking to break into the tech world, can you just, by show of hand, maybe like raise up your hand or just put it in the chat, maybe I or me. I just want to know what we're looking for, and if there's a particular role that interests you as well, maybe project management, business analysis, data analysis, put it in the chat so that I know the people that we have and I can know the kind of things that you're looking for. So can we just put in the chat quickly? You don't have to type a lot, just put me, so that I know that you are interested in this area. Okay, so iPhone 6s Plus says project management. Adako says, I want to break into the tech world. Francis, data analysis. Emis K, I want to break into the tech world. I'm not very sure what I want yet, but I'm very much interested. Okay. It's always the case. I remember being in a meeting like this and thinking, okay, what do I really want to do? But I'm not sure what I want to do, but I'll find out what I want to do. Amazing. So I love it. I love that we are putting in those comments. Please let's keep it coming. Let's engage today so that we can have a very seamless time together. I promise I will not take too much of our time today. As always, in any kind of meeting like this, please turn off your mic. Like I said previously, type your questions if you do have one, and I would take those questions. In my dictionary, there is no foolish question or stupid question. I believe that every question is welcome, and I'll be happy to answer them as much as possible. So today I would make sure that I explain to you what project management and business analysis is all about, and also AI and the future of PM and BA. I'm sure a lot of us know about AI now. If at this point we don't know about AI, then absolutely recommend learning about AI. We had a session within the community just talking about how AI can help you to land your job faster, the steps you can take when you're applying for a job, and how AI can help you. So you find that on our YouTube channel. Understanding data analysis as well. There's something about data analysis, right? You don't really have to be a data analyst in the sense of you being an advanced data analyst person, but you can see Excel, as simple as it is, as you can see Excel and you can get the data right and make sense of the data. So there's just something about data analysis that you don't have to use Python, you don't have to use Power BI, you don't have to use SQL. That's like advanced data analysis, but you can see data and you can make sense of it. So data analysis is non-negotiable. A lot of roles that don't even, include tech now require you to have at least some level of data acumen, right? So I'd also talk about some of the industries that you can work in, some roles that you can do in tech if you want to stay within the healthcare industry. We'll also talk about how you can position your CV and your LinkedIn and ACE interviews, telling a story with your profile, hands-on experience, and of course, we'll talk about the next steps as well. So before I just go into those sessions, a lot of us are probably seeing us for the first time. You're probably joining a session like this for the first time. So why should you listen to the person that is speaking to you? So first of all, I am practicing. So when I say I'm practicing, I'm currently a senior business analyst. So What that means is that I would teach you what is currently existing in the market. Okay, and I'm based in the UK. I know a lot of us on the call are not based in the UK, but that is not a limitation. Okay. I'm also a career coach. I mentor a lot of people, and I'm the founder of Innovate Path Consulting Limited. And I remember being in a meeting like this years ago as well, unsure about what I want to do, what steps I want to take, but then take the leap of faith. And there's just something about leap of faith and how you don't know if it's the right step, but then you just take it anyway. And then from there, it opens a lot of opportunities to you. So as I said, that tech definitely does open a lot of opportunities. And if you ever want to become a public speaker, I always recommend project management and business analysis because you get to talk to people every day. So if you're a shy person, you're a timid person, if you are someone that you don't really know how to talk in public, or you feel like you don't have the right words, when you start working in project management, you would definitely find your words. That is for sure. And that's one thing I found because we talk to people every day. We talk to stakeholders every day. We're trying to, provide solutions, manage a project. It brings you out of your comfort zone. So I've had a lot of hands-on experience on a lot of projects, a lot of them. I started actually contracting before I now went into like a full-time position. And so with Innovate Path, we combine hands-on experience. For me, hands-on experience stands out because when you go to your interview, if you haven't done it before, you will stammer. That is just, it's non-negotiable. So you have to have gone through the process of managing a project from start to finish for you to say, yes, I can do this, or no, I can't do it. So hands-on experience stands out for me every time. So that's why I really, really, really focus on that. Real world project, career coaching, and I have quite a number of people that have gotten jobs, from this platform, which we'll be inviting some of them to share their experience today. And I've got quite a number of features. I just, showing some of this. And the reason I show this is because when you reflect back at where you're starting from, it only takes one leap of faith, being in a meeting and deciding you want to go into the world of tech and not even knowing where it's going to lead you to. So that's why I said that tech really does open a lot of opportunities to everyone and is literally a starting point. And from there, you can break out into any and everything that you set your heart, your mind and your heart to do. So about Innovate Path quickly, because so, like I said, some of us might be seeing Innovate Path for the first time. So our mission is we are committed to empowering you with a career journey that stands out. So real world application and personalized guidance. So things like you land yourself an interview, we would have you on an interview prep session so that you are standing out within that interview. And like I always tell everyone, for you to pass your interview and to get the job, as long as obviously you have your faith as well. I'm a very strong person of faith, and I believe that God can absolutely make everything possible. But you would also put in the work, and then when you put in the work, you leave a lasting impression. You stand out in your interview. There's no way God will not crown your efforts, but you also need to put in the work. So we bridge the gap. You have an ambition, you have everything, you really want to get the job. We would equip you with everything possible, from in-demand skills to practical experience to personalized mentorship. And again, just to not to overflog it, but hands-on experience, hands-on projects. We would also issue you certifications. I would also be guiding you and telling you, take these certifications. We try to give you some certifications to do at least every week, within the capacity that you have. But I just want to stretch you beyond. So some people feel like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, but you just really need to stretch yourself. When you stretch yourself, you will see how much you can expand, as a person. So all those certifications, we try as much as possible to get the free ones and maybe like very affordable ones so that you have a very full on CV and LinkedIn profile that stands out. If you're at the last free workshop session, and you can watch it on our YouTube channel, and one of our clients shared his experience of, as soon as his LinkedIn profile was optimized, he started getting recruiters reaching out to him on LinkedIn. So that's the kind of thing that we do. And there's one thing that a recruiter reaches out to you. What are you going to say to the recruiter when they reach out to you? So that's where you now need to play your cards right to make sure that you're standing out and you're leaving a lasting impression in your interview. Okay, so why should you choose us? There are many reasons why you should, but practical experience, gaining hands-on experience with projects, that mirror industry demands and giving you a head start in your career. We also give you references, recommendation letters, depending on the job you get and what they want from you. So we'll give you that. And every tutor that is within the profile are industry trained tutors, and we kind of, as much as possible, give personalized experience. There's one thing that a lot of people say to me every time they reach out to the tutors, to the support people, they are always available to help them, always available to support them. So that's something that we always do for our students. Okay, so if you are an ambitious professional like I am and like I was, and you're a career pivoter, it doesn't matter where you're starting from. It doesn't matter. I started from doing healthcare in the UK. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. So that many times you find yourself in those positions and you ask yourself, is there more for me? Can I actually succeed? So I'm sure a lot of us are in that kind of situation now. But one leap of faith can absolutely change everything. So if you are pivoting from somewhere, you're currently doing what you hate at the moment, I'll just say hold on to it, but then take a leap of faith and learn what will help you change your career and your life. And then you can absolutely, get a job in project management, business analysis, or data analysis, even if you have zero tech background. Absolutely. Because I had zero tech background. So if you're ready to move past theory and now ready to step into a high-paying tech role that you don't need to learn anything close to coding, then this session is definitely for you. Again, you're a newcomer, you're feeling overwhelmed, like, what is this about? I've never heard of this before. It doesn't matter. You can absolutely come in. It's 100% beginner friendly. If you've done a bootcamp before, but you still feel stranded, then you're welcome, because I've had a lot of people say, I did a bootcamp before, I didn't understand what they told me, but when I came here, it changed the game for me. So we hear things like that, every time. And if you're a working professional as well, you're stuck in what you're doing and you want to tie it into tech, there's something about tech that you can be a digital marketer, you can be a an admin person, you can be a finance person, an accountant. But when you add tech, you combine it with your domain knowledge and your domain expertise. You combine it together and you're ready to get into the tech market. Okay, so obviously a lot of us know that there's AI now, everybody's digital now, and a lot of organizations, they want to move away from manual spreadsheets. You know how you're applying for a loan, for example, and they need you to come into the bank and do this and do that. But now you can pick up your phone, apply for a loan in just a couple of seconds, and you'll know if you've been approved or not. That is the world. That is what we mean by the world has gone digital. And there are project managers, there are business analysts behind these projects. Organizations are investing in a lot of technology, a lot. Everybody wants to be ahead of the game. Everybody wants to be ahead of the curve. So data transformation projects, all these things are very, very much in demand. Don't let anyone deceive you. These things are very much in demand. Even the wave of AI is also a project, right? Is also a tool, is also a digital platform that is being built, and they need BAs, they need PMs, they need product owners, product managers to fulfill this project. All right, so you're no longer limited to location. I'm sure we know that by now. You can get remote roles, you can get hybrid roles, on-site roles. Your location is not a limitation. If you think your location is a limitation, it might be a limitation. But if you're very affirmative of yourself, you see a lot of people do great things from everywhere and anywhere. So like I always tell myself, if this person can do it, I don't have zero head. This person has only one head, two hands and two legs, but that person has put in the work. That is the only thing that separates two people. The amount of work and effort you put into something helps you to stand out. Okay, so as long as you're ready to put in the work, where would you fit, in this ecosystem that we find ourselves? Where would you fit? I'm sure sometimes you watch podcasts, you watch YouTube videos, and you're thinking, I want to be like this person. The difference is the work. And I'm sure that a lot of us are ready to put in the work. If you're ready to put in the work, please put it in the chat. I'm willing to put in the work. I want to see those comments. Who are those people? Who are those giants that are ready to rise up and say, I also want to be the person they are watching? I'm sure you want people to also tune into your own podcast and watch you because you are now an exceptional person and because you have something nice to share to the world. If you're ready to put in the work, can I see one person say, I'm willing to put in the work? My giant is ready to stand up and I want people to watch me. It all starts with your mindset, and the fact that you believe in yourself. So companies, 70% of companies say digital skill gaps are slowing transformation down. And this is true. You might think that, oh, all organizations they've gotten everybody, no, the work is still there. I spoke to one of my students yesterday, and she'll be sharing her story soon. She put in the work. You put in the work, and that was what we we're talking about, how some people are not willing to put in the work, but she put in the work and she got a job. And she just told me she got the job yesterday. And I said, I'm doing a free workshop today. Can you come and share your experience with people? So as long as you're willing to put in the work, that is all that you need. Even the Bible says it, that you put in the work and God will crown up your effort. So tech professionals are in global demand. Roles like PM, BA, data analyst, they are in demand because digital transformation is in demand. And the NHS, for example, they are still very, very backward. You think NHS is very forward. They are very, very backward. They have a lot of systems that are old, that are breaking down and need digital transformation. And that's why the NHS is one of the highest employers of PMs, of BAs in the UK. And I'm sure the US will have theirs as well. Canada will have theirs as well. Any country you live in will have theirs as well. There are no limitations. I got a message, it's like 2 days ago now. The person is actually in Nigeria and he got a global tech analyst role. And he's in Nigeria. He got it. The company is one of the very big companies in Nigeria. So there are no limitations. If you really desire a remote job and the remote job is not coming through yet, how about you start from home? A lot of us give up with what you can get within Nigeria. You can get jobs paying you 2 million, 3 million, 4 million naira in your country or in your currency. And once you do that, there is no way you then apply to remote jobs that you wouldn't get it. So sometimes you're skipping the rope. You're trying to jump ahead, but you're losing a lot of opportunities that are available to you. So I just said that because a lot of people give up on, I can't get anything in Nigeria. That's a lie. And this guy was really appreciative of the fact that, wow, he can't believe he's working in this company with the business analysis skills that he had gained. So it is absolutely possible, to get roles in these industries. And your skills is your passport. Just like you want to travel to Canada and you have a passport, it takes you to Canada. For you to become that person that you're admiring, you have to you have to get the skills and get it, so like immerse yourself in it. You have to be dangerously obsessed about becoming a project manager. You have to be dangerously immersed and obsessed to become a business analyst. That was how I was dangerously obsessed. I would watch one video like 15 times on the LMS platform that the company was using that time. But some people watch one video on LMS, they watch another one here, and they say they're not getting a job. Rome was not built in a day. So you have to be dangerously obsessed about it. Someone told me that Pastors are very consistent. Pastors, you see pastors coming on live every day, but the members, they are not as consistent as their pastors. So you see that your pastor is consistent. That is his own craft. And the more consistency, you see that they become more global because they are consistent. So I want us to remember this. Since that person told me that thing, I've not forgotten it. I keep thinking about it. It's true. You want to go on live on Instagram every day. You do one day and you're tired and you give up. But then you watch your pastor going live every day and you think about why is God blessing them? Why won't God bless them? So you have to be dangerously obsessed about becoming something for you to get it. There's the opportunity is there. You have to believe that the opportunity is there as well. In 2025, you can see the data. IT spending is expected to exceed $5 trillion. And this is a global data. So you now need to tell yourself that I'm going to be a partaker of this. Do you understand? Like AI is there, automation is there, data-driven decision making is there, and companies need you to help them to achieve this. You only have to do one interview. People that know me, I say this all the time because I only had to do one interview because I was obsessed about it. So you have to do just one interview and you get it because you have immersed yourself so much that when you are in the interview, they are telling themselves, we have to take this person in. We cannot let this person go. So over 60% of organizations worldwide will be digitized as well. And companies need project managers, business analysts, and data analysts. It will not go out of fashion. If you start as a project coordinator, you become a project manager. From there, you can become a program manager. You can become a portfolio manager. You will just see yourself rising. You just keep rising. And when you start from project management, you can see yourself rising to the role of COO and all that. You have to believe it's possible because the people that are doing it, they only have one head, but they put in the work. I tell you to do this certification and it's free. Why are you not doing it? So you have to be dangerously obsessed about the process. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, what is project management? Okay, I'm interested in project management, but what is it about? You are all project managers. If you are a mother, you are a project manager. Because guess what? You plan out your day. If you need to drop your kids at school, you plan because you don't want to get to work late. You plan out your day. Okay, but in the context of project management, you are now using like a systematic approach. Project managers are governed by different industries. You have like the Prince 2, you have the Agile, you have the Waterfall. But you now need to understand, okay, this is who I'm governed by. But in the layman definition of project management, you are all project managers. You are a father. Even if you are not a father, you are a husband. You are a friend. If you need to call like 5 of your friends today, you plan it out. If you get your salary at the end of the month, you plan it out. You plan your budget because you don't want to fall short of anything. So you have to just think about it like that, okay, I'm a natural project manager, but now I need to understand what it means to be a project manager in the professional landscape. Okay, so it involves planning, organizing, managing resources to achieve specific project goals, and you coordinate people. So you have to be kind of a people person. You shouldn't be that person that is always shouting, the person that when people come to you naturally, they say, this person is always angry. They will not want to work for you. So you have to be a people person. You have to know how to coordinate people to work, processes, tools to deliver an outcome. So if you have any construction company going around, maybe where you live, maybe they are building a house or a set of houses, or maybe an estate is being built, best believe that they have at least one project manager on that site. So if you don't want to be a project manager delivering digital transformation projects, you can be a project manager on the field. There's a lot, and there's in demand in that space, a lot of them. So we have the construction, we have healthcare, we have a lot of industries that need project manager. So if you are naturally a field person, then you can absolutely get into project management from that side. You're still going to be managing people, processes, making sure that the house is supposed to be completed, December 2025. Everything you would be doing you will make sure that the house is delivered by December 2025. And if for any reason it's not possible, you escalate, you identify the risk, you manage the issues and all of that. So that's what project management is all about. So you launch new products, you improve internal systems. It is the engine that drives innovation and progress in every industry. Best believe everything we do needs project management. And that's why there's a lot of roles, especially in project management, from project support to project coordination, project officer. There's a lot of them. They just need somebody that can guide them through the process and not allow anything to, fall off without proper documenting, escalating, and all of that. Okay, so what does it entail? From defining project objectives to creating timelines to managing teams to mitigating risk, ensuring stakeholder satisfaction. If you ever want to be a project manager, just take a screenshot of this, because you have to keep reminding yourself, as a project manager, I define project objectives, I create timelines, I manage people, I find the risk, I mitigate the risk. In any field you are, these are the things that you're going to be doing. Monitor progress, adjust plans, lead meetings. I told you that if you ever want to become a public speaker, you want to speak on the stages, or maybe you want to speak online, project management can help you to get there, because you'll be leading meetings. It doesn't matter if you're not a senior PM, even if you're a junior PM, you might still be asked to lead, some kind of meetings. And it is a dynamic role, and it requires you to be flexible. So I have two people on the call that would like to share their experience. So if we can take them, and then we'll go back to project management explanation. So GBK, would you like to go first, and then Victoria can go next?
Yes, I will.
I don't want to keep you guys.
Good
Okay.
afternoon, Mr. BME.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
You have the floor.
I don't know if you can see me.
Yes, I can. I can see your beautiful face.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I would just like to share my experience. So I registered with Innovate Path Consulting sometime, I think May ending, yeah, at the ending of May, yeah. I got to see their advert on Instagram. I was just scrolling, and I've actually seen a lot of people trying to speak about project management, project management, project management. And because I've actually had like a similar experience somewhere where I didn't enjoy the training, I just flipped and I kept seeing that on my timeline, and I just joined one of the sessions like this on a Saturday. And I think I just felt convinced within my spirit, like I'm going to try it out for 1 month. And after 1 month, if I do not get what I'm looking for, then I'll have to exit it. And joining the class since the beginning of June, when we had our first class, had been so amazing. We had like inspiring tutors that would teach you like you are a baby, even if you do not even understand what project management is or what business analysis is. Like they teach you like a child, you get to understand it, what project management is all about. And so far, so good. The training has been one of the best experience and one of the best decisions I would say I made in 2025. It actually expanded my own horizons in terms of giving myself that confidence that I felt that I didn't have any longer when I actually came into this country due to a lot of unfortunate emails. And I just took that step personally to say, I think this is what I want to do, try again in 2025. We've got outstanding tutors who will teach you to understand the course. They would even start sending you motivation messages all the time on WhatsApp and on your emails for you not to give up, for you to understand that you've actually paid for this course and you have to be part of it. And going deep down also into the course, you also have your own part to play apart from the tutors teaching you what you need to know, you need to also ensure that you practice, you carry on with the assignments that are being given to you. You tend to ask questions. Don't feel like when you ask questions, you're asking too much. Like, keep asking those questions until you understand. And you've got tutors who are willing to put you on the right track all the time. I would say from experience, I'm not being paid for this testimonial. It's just the truth. I've been to so many online boot camps, and when it's during the life phase project, trust me, none compares to Innovate Path Consulting. You're literally like working on the project like you are actually in the office. It can be time consuming, yeah, but you get to learn a lot. You've got supporting members to support you 24/7, to teach you when you're wrong and for you to go back to the right path. I don't think I've ever seen any training where you get support available at any time you call on them to teach you. So I would just say joining Innovate Path Consulting is one of the best decisions I've made so far in 2025, and I don't regret it at all. Thank you.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much, GPK. I love it. Thank you. Victoria, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone. Good
Good
afternoon, Ibiyemi.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Sorry, I won't be able to put my face out there. I'll turn on my camera.
No, that's fine. I have your face here. Don't worry. You're still on the spotlight.
Okay, so my name is Victoria. Sometime in March, I'm a member of the Mom Pillar Up community and also the volunteer project manager for the community. So sometime in February or March, I suppose, the community was privileged to get a scholarship from Innovate Path Consulting, and the governor of the community reached out to tell me, oh, she told them I was going to get the spot since I already volunteered as PM with them, and she felt I should get a spot for the scholarship as well. So yes, I was privileged to get that scholarship. And even though my background is project management and all, but personally, I always like it's always good to learn more. It's always good to grow in career. So I was open to learning more, and why not? I'm ready to join the community. But the training. But I must say that the Innovate Path Consulting training is worth a whole lot. The tutors are great. They deliver excellently well. For newbies and those looking to transition, I tell you it's a place to be. Like there's literal and holding sessions. Even after the classes, if you still don't understand, there is huge number of support team that you can reach out to inbox, and they will be willing to walk you through that particular thing. They don't get tired of asking questions. I recall Ibiami would always say, no question is foolish. You can raise your hand, you can ask question at any time. You can you can reach out even after classes to ask questions. So yes, I would say that the training is hands-on. Also, for us, I'm part of the April cohort. After the 6 weeks training, we were launched into a 6 weeks live project. We had to work on a project together as a team, an actual project. Yeah, we had a project sponsor and all, and that's another world entirely, so to say, because it's practical now beyond the theory that has been taught in class. That's the practical bit of it, where some of the tools we were taught in class, you need to work with those tools. So if you're still considering, I tell you, the Innovate part is a place to be. One thing I'll just add is that be ready to put in the work, because, of course, it's not a BME that will read for you or prep you or attend interviews on your behalf or work the job on your behalf. So just be ready to put in the work. Be determined that you'd transition seamlessly from this boot camp. Be determined that this will be the last boot camp you want to attend. As if you've attended others. Just have that determination, and you would excel. Personally, some weeks back, I was privileged to get called for an interview, and I reached out to one of the support team, our project management tutor. I reached out to him to say, oh, okay, I'm at this third stage of this interview. I need your help to go through my slides and correct me when necessary or give me feedbacks. And I tell you, almost immediately I dropped the message for him on Basecamp. He replied almost immediately. I even gave him long time that okay, please just get back to me before Friday. And he told me no, we can jump on the call tomorrow. And I was like, oh, tomorrow? This is great. So I tell you, you have hands-on support. They'll hold your hands till you get the job. And even after you've gotten the job, I'm sure they're still there to help you if need be. So summarily, yes, Innovate Part is a place to be. So please be ready to do the work and get on board. I'm sure we're waiting to have you on board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victoria, and congratulations on your new job, because you didn't tell us that part. Well,
Thank you.
congratulations to you. No worries, no worries. Okay, thank you, ladies. I really appreciate you. So you can drop off if you want. I just wanted to get you. I know that you might have some things you're doing. Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about. So I think I've been able to cover as much as possible. Am I still sharing? Yeah, I am. Okay. I think I've been able to share as much as I can on on project management. Um Okay, so who are you as a project manager? You are a strategic leader. The reason I added strategic now is that we're in the season of AI. So it's not just something where, oh, you just want to be a project manager that the only thing you do is this. AI would replace you, So you have to be strategic in your thinking as well, because behind every successful project is a leader that is there. You might be a junior PM, you might be a project support, a project coordinator, it doesn't matter. But you are there to plan, execute, and oversee projects from start to finish. And you ensure that goals are met on time, within scope, and within budget. So these are the three key areas of project management: within scope, within budget, and within the time. You're also a problem solver, a communicator, and a decision maker. Okay. So again, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. If there's something you want further clarification or you want to understand better, please feel free to put it in the chat. So what are the essentials for you as a project manager? You need strong communication skills. This one is non-negotiable, because even when you go to the interview and you're not a good communicator, it will be obvious that you're not a good communicator. So you have to have good communication skills. It doesn't matter what your accent is. Maybe you live in Canada, you live in US, or you live in the UK. It doesn't matter what your accent is. You might be living in Nigeria now, or in Zimbabwe, or in South Africa, and you're trying to get a remote job. It doesn't matter what your accent is. What matters is how you are communicating. And I promise you, the more you interact with these people, the more the way you communicate, the more it will get better. So even if they say, sorry, say again, I can't, it doesn't matter. It will get better. You just keep improving on your communication. There's this man called, I think, Vin. I don't know if anybody knows him. VIN. If you want to be very good in your communication, you can start watching him. I watch him as well, because communication is something that's an ongoing thing. And depending on how far you want to go in your life, depending on how better you want to become, the stages you want to be on, communication is key. And you might think you're a good communicator, but communication is not just about speaking. It's about body language. It's about mannerisms, about the way you do your hand, your gesture, your eyes. There's a lot that is involved in communication. So you can watch Vin, okay, to start getting better in communication. Damilare says he knows him. He's a master in public speaking. Absolutely. I think he's like the number one communications coach, in the whole world. So it's so important, because one thing I've seen from people when they go to interviews is that the communication is the problem. They know a lot about this thing already. They know the tools, but the communication is the gap. So you have to be very good in communication. You have to understand what it means to be within an organization. You have to know how to manage your time, and time management has to shine when you are talking. They ask you an interview question and you're talking for 10 minutes. They'll just be looking at you. They already know that you are not getting the job. You have to know how to manage your time. A deep understanding of project life cycle as well would absolutely help you. That means you understand what it means to build a project from start to finish. Okay, so proficiency in tools as well, like Trello, like Jira, Microsoft Projects, and the other tools, and familiarity with Agile and Waterfall as well. As you progress in your project management journey, you start getting certified in things like Prince 2, things like Agile. There are that Agile certifications as well. Many project managers end up becoming Scrum Masters. They end up becoming Agile coach. They end up becoming delivery managers. So there's a lot of opportunities. One thing I know for sure is that project management, there is a lot of opportunities, and you can start small. There's a way you start something today and you keep reading, you keep learning, you keep doing so many things. You don't scroll on social media. You can scroll on social media, but you reduce it, you replace it with maybe watching podcasts, things that enlighten you and bring out the best version of yourself. Within 3 months, you can grow to the next level of your career. So it's a matter of continuous learning. And that's why we give you access to our LMS. Okay, depending on the package you choose, you can have the LMS for life. And there's Excel, there's PM, there's BA, there's interview, there's a lot of things in there. I told you guys how I watch one video like 15 times. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying that to make it feel like, oh, this is the truth. That was what I was doing. So you have to obsess. The way you obsess about some other things, you have to obsess about it, and then you become better. All right, so what we do here is that we kind of give you a two-in-one course: project management and business analysis. So even if you say I'm interested in project management, we still give you business analysis. Then you can choose the one that you really, really want to do. So business analysis, this is something I do. Okay, I'm currently a senior business analyst. All right, so as a BA, what we do is that we identify business needs and we now determine solutions that help us to solve those problems. That is exactly what we do. So maybe there's an AI tool that they want to build. They find the problem. I was watching a YouTube podcast, and there was a guy talking about where he built an AI platform, right, that helps people to do exercise. It was really funny. It helps people to do exercise. So the AI tool will be talking to you whilst you're exercising. That is a very, very brilliant solution. And the person identified the problem and then worked with people to create the solution. So that is exactly what we do as business analysts. And when you start with business analysis, you start to have the mindset of a builder. You start to have a mindset of a product manager. You start to have a mindset of someone that creates solutions to problems, and it can help you. You see yourself being very innovative because we teach you UI UX as well as part of business analysis. So you learn how to design mockups, design interfaces, you understand? So this enlightens you. If you are somebody that is really, really if you're like me, that you're very innovative, you want to become the next big thing, you want to really, really get, something, your mind keeps expanding. Business analysis is a good place to start. If you ever want to become a thought leader, a builder, an innovative person, someone that builds product, solves problems, it's a very good place to start. So we use things like data analysis, stakeholder management, process mapping, requirements management, all these things, right, to provide solutions to problems. So for every business analyst, there's a problem. And from that problem, you identify how you can solve the problem for the people. Okay, so it entails engaging stakeholders. Remember, I told you if you want to talk to people, you would engage stakeholders depending on your level within the organization. If you're a junior BA, you have maybe a couple of people you engage with. If you're a normal BA or a senior BA or a lead BA, of course, as you go up in your rank, you're exposed to even more senior stakeholders within the organization. So it's like you're the voice of the business, because you have the heart of the business with you, and being that you have the heart of the business with you, you help them to solve their problems. And it's never out of fashion, because as little as, oh, in this department all they do is spreadsheets, it consumes time. Or maybe the customer service department, when they get calls from from people, it takes time for them. That is the problem that business analysts are called to solve. And before you know it, they set up a project, and from there they need a BA, a PM, product owner, product manager, and it's never going to go out of fashion. All right. So as a business analyst, you're the bridge between the organization and the solution. All right. And you translate business needs into requirements. So the thing about BAs is that, to be honest with you, we work we work hard. So that's why so many times people come, they say, I want to do PM. It's fine. The ones that will do BA will do BA, right? So as a BA, you can grow to become a product manager, a product owner, a solutions architect, because we work a lot with solutions architects. I work with my solutions architect very closely, and I also work with my product manager very closely as well. So BAs, you are exposed to a lot of things on the techie side as well. So you can absolutely grow into, something else that you want for yourself and your career. All right. So it's a bit more technical than PM. Absolutely. You will do things like process mapping, wireframing. You will do things like UI, UX, as a business analyst. And if you want to become a BA, you need to have core skills in stakeholder management. Again, you have to be a people person. You have to have core skills in process modeling, requirements elicitation, proficiency in tools like this. And that's why I always give Excel and PowerPoint for free. I just want you to know what it means to use Excel, pivot table, analyzing data, creating dashboards, something simple at least, so that when you go to your interviews, you are showing that you're confident with data as well. So in the bootcamp, we don't just cover theory, no. We cover real life scenarios, case studies, and you also work on projects. All right. And there are a lot of other skills like critical thinking, effective communication, problem solving skills, presentation, just like what I'm doing, and negotiation as well. Because sometimes you might have two stakeholders that really want a particular feature. So you have to negotiate. You have to be that kind of person that can tell them the reasons why this particular one needs to be prioritized over the other one. So that's why, as a BA, you have to be that person that knows how to talk to people. Okay. Emotional intelligence as well is very, very important. Very, very, very important. So throughout the bootcamp, I'll be taking you through what it means to stand out as a business analyst. A lot of people tell me, why do I still teach business analysis? That because I have people that can actually teach it. Why do I still teach it? I say I just want to teach it because I feel like I'm the best person that can, explain it to people so that they can get it very, very, very well. So we have other support analysts within the bootcamp that will be talking you through and helping you. If you have interviews, you can reach out to them, like Victoria said. So many times people say I got a job. I'm wondering, but they didn't call me that I should come and do interview prep with them. It's later I realized that, okay, they had spoken to the support analyst and they've already helped them. So which is good. So you have to have a good relationship with all the support people, that are within the bootcamp. So if you're someone in healthcare and you want to stay in healthcare because you feel like you have very, very good domain knowledge, some of you might be nurses, doctors, healthcarers, and you feel like if you try to get a job within the healthcare, you are likely to get it because you have strong domain experience. Absolutely, you can transition into any of these other roles once you gain the tech skills in data, in business analysis, or in project management. All right. So one thing stands out. If you have domain experience in something, you don't have to throw it away. I always preach it. Transferable skills, domain expertise, it will help you stand out. If you have been in marketing all your life, why do you need to throw it away? You can absolutely look for agencies, you look for companies within the marketing space and find out project management roles, business analysis roles, and you can get it in that space. So you don't have to throw it all away. Because I'm not going to lie, if you have domain experience, when you go to the interview and your strong domain experience comes out, you will see that you start having a chat with them. it will turn into a conversation. And they would not want to start training you in domain first before they now start to, get you to work on the project. Because sometimes as BAs and we get into the role, you have to spend some time to understand what the industry, what the company is all about. Then you will now start doing your job. But it's not a limitation. A lot of organizations will still employ you. NHS will employ you even if you've never worked in healthcare. Civil service will employ you even if you've never worked in government before. But when you have that domain knowledge, you are one step in, into the organization already. So you're likely to get any of these salaries within business analysis and project management. And one thing I tell people is, as a business analyst, you can go for product management. As a project manager, you can go for Scrum Master, you can go for delivery manager. It's amazing what the world of tech gives to you. You don't even know it, but it's there. So you are looking for a project manager and it's not coming through. There are other type names, there are other roles that you can look for, that what they need is project management skills. And people that are smart, that's what they do. Everybody's searching for project manager, but you can search for other roles, that would also tell you, I need project management skills, but they are not calling it project manager on the job description. Okay. Don't forget, if there are any questions, please put it in the chat. Okay, I'm looking at the chat and there's nothing there. A lot of us have heard about artificial intelligence, and 100% artificial intelligence can change the game for you. In fact, I just trained my own AI as well that will be for people in career. Because one thing I find that when you go to ChatGPT and if you don't know how to prompt, it will just be giving you random things. To be honest, you have to know how to prompt for ChatGPT to be good. When people will have interview, they will go to ChatGPT. They will now copy the answer on Word document and cram the answer. It's a wrong step. Because if you are cramming something and you go to the interview, you want to read it to them, they know. They'll just be looking at you. It's just a waste of time. So that's why I say, okay, I'm going to train my own AI tool that is for career. It's not just for random things. So that's part of what you get, actually, if you are part of the training, because it's something new. I haven't actually published it, but it's going to be for career, for interview prep. If you want to show up on LinkedIn, the professional space, it's going to write you, a LinkedIn post and all of that. So AI can help you. I'm not going to lie. I use it every day. It can help you in your job. It can make things faster for you. But if you rely on it immediately, it will make you lazy and you would not know the foundation. And you know what they say about it? The foundation is shaky. You know what that means. So I always advise you to still understand the foundation and the basics. And then you're strong as a PM, as a BA, that if today they say AI has crashed, you are not going to run helter skelter. Do you understand? So the foundation is still very, very, very important. All right. So AI has changed the game. And there's a lot of tools that are okay. How long is the meeting for? Within the next 30 minutes, we should be rounding up. Okay, so AI can help you to automate a lot of your activities. Absolutely, it can help you to make smarter decisions as well. You can predict using AI, and AI can help you to understand how to manage your stakeholders, how to improve communication, and there are a lot of roles that are evolving as well, within the AI space. So AI can absolutely help you, and you can't run away from it. Again, I want to refer us to the video on the YouTube page that talks about how you can use AI to apply for jobs efficiently, how you can check if you are likely to be called, how you can check if you are likely to pass that interview, or if you are likely to be called for an interview. The session is 100% recommended. We had a facilitator that was amazing. She was really, really amazing. Okay, so if you are just a beginner in project management or business analysis, or you're already working in any of this field, it doesn't matter. You can gain experience with even AI-powered projects, yes. And you can build portfolios, with your PM and your BA skills. All right. I always talk about building portfolios because that is how you stand out. And don't get tired. The fact that you built a portfolio today and nothing is coming out of it, doesn't mean that nothing is going to come out of it. All right. So in terms of data analysis, I already talked about, data analysis earlier on. You need to know how to see 5 million rows of data and make sense of it. That is just what data analysis is about. You see 5 million rows of data, and you can use your tools and skills to make sense of the data. That is what data analysis is all about. So data analysts help organizations to make smarter decisions. That's what they do. Help you to make smarter decisions. And even as a business analyst, I 100% recommend knowing how to collect data, clean data, organize data. You don't have to use these advanced tools. You can start with Excel. And then as you progress, you start using the other tools as well. All right. So data skills is non-negotiable in today's world. All right. So who is a data analyst? You're a problem solver. You are a problem solver with evidence, not just hearsay. So you build dashboards, you're telling organizations, all right, in quarter 2, this is what happened. In quarter 3, this is what happened. In quarter 4, this happened, that happened. That's exactly who you are as a data analyst. Numbers. Every organization wants to see their numbers now. And that's why data analysis will never go out of fashion. Never. It will always be in demand. So you need core skills like data cleaning, preparation, visualization, storytelling with data and insights. And some of these tools are tools that you need to have in your arsenal so that when you go to the interview, you're standing out because you know how to use these tools. All right. And there's so many other skills from critical thinking to storytelling to translating complex data into clear business insights. All of these things are key areas that you need to be strong in. As a data analyst, you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy. Imagine looking at 5 million rows of data, your eye will just be turning. So you can't be lazy at all. It's something that if you have, it's something that would always put food on your table because you are not scared to dive into data. It's a very, very strong skill that organizations need in today's world. All right. And there are a lot of roles within data analysis that you can do, from BI analyst to data analyst to reporting analyst, and it goes on and on, basically. So you can start as a junior data analyst. From data analysis, you can grow into data scientist and, more predictive, strategic level where you are predicting data into like maybe 5 years, 10 years. So that's what they call predictive data analysis. All right, so these are some of the things that you can do. Again, if you have finance background, maybe you're currently an accountant, you can become a data analyst. You can call yourself financial analyst. Some of them, they call themselves different things that are related to finance, maybe finance analyst and all of that, planning analyst. There's so many of them, forecasting analyst. As long as you see analyst there, it means that there's data analysis skills. And that is why I said it will never go out of fashion. As long as organizations don't shut down in the whole world and we have blankouts, they will always need somebody that can help them with their numbers, because numbers, that's where the evidence is in. Okay, so if you're transitioning, there are so many things that you can do. First, you learn the fundamentals, and that's what we'll be teaching, from agile to waterfall to risk to change management. And if it's BA, you're looking at process mapping, requirements analysis, UI, UX, and all of that. And if it's data, you'll be learning all of these tools and what it means to be a data analyst. All right. And step 2, you gain experience. If you heard from Victoria and from GBK, we don't just take you through theory. You'd also be working on a live project. And this is where you now show that you've got the stuff. This is where you show capacity. And then with that, you build your portfolio, you build your CV, you build your skills, and you go straight to land your job. All right. You position your CV, we will be optimizing your CV and your LinkedIn as well. All right, so let's move on in the interest of time. And there's so many ways that you can position your CV. All right, Make sure you are result focused, not task, not a list of tasks. Recruiters are tired of task, task, task. They want to see results within your CV. What have you done before? Measurable achievements, highlighting tools, how you use the tools. Now you have to move away from just listing out, oh, Excel, PAP. No, you have moved into a space of where you are explaining how you have used these tools, showing leadership, showing you're a leader, even if you've never led before. You have to use your CV to position yourself, because your CV is the passport to even saying you are successful for an interview. It's the passport. And if you don't position yourself on the CV, you are likely not to get called. So you have to position yourself on your CV, because that is your pathway to success. And if you're on LinkedIn and you want to get noticed, I'm sure we all know by now, have a banner behind your picture. So many people don't even have picture. If you don't have picture and you're looking for opportunities, what are we talking about? And when you're having a picture, don't have a picture that looks like 20, maybe 1990. Have a picture that looks like 2024, that looks like 2025, that stands you out, that is visual. You have to realize that we're in a visual sphere, we're in a visual industry right now. And as much as we hate to say it, but when your LinkedIn profile, you have a very old picture of yourself, you don't have a picture at all, and you apply for a job and I land on your page, that might put me off. So we're in a visual world. Have a picture on your LinkedIn profile, have a nice banner on the background, all right, and have a banner that tells them, even with just a short phrase, that tells them this is who you are, and how you have helped. And your about us section as well should scream, take me, I'm ready to work. Your portfolio should also show hands-on experience and projects, and also engage with posts as well. Engage with other people in the industry that you want. So you are in the marketing industry, engage with people in your industry. Let them see, let there be visibility. I saw there's a friend that I know that landed a job on LinkedIn, right? She's quite popular already, by the way. I think she has about over 100,000 community across social media. But she landed a job from LinkedIn just by engaging in that space. All right. So she landed a job, I think it's influencer marketing. And when she talked about how she landed the job, it was just by engaging with the lady, and the lady, they announced the position, and the lady remembered that I've seen you. And from there, the rest was history. So, and when you're engaging, engage smartly as well, not just random spray and pray kind of engagement, engagements that make sense. And don't get tired. I know that it can be overwhelming. You do something today, tomorrow, you get tired and you give up. So that's always the mistake. Just keep going. And if you want to ace your interviews, make sure you're using the STAR methodology. I'm sure a lot of us know by now. And one thing is that even if you're using the STAR methodology, the way you interview for civil service in the UK is not the same way you interview for the NHS, whether you like it or not. These people are looking for different things, and that's where people miss it. You are trying to apply to, say, PwC, one of the big four, PwC or Deloitte, and you want to apply and do the interview the same way you are going to do interview in civil service. It's not the same thing. Civil service is a government organization. They have what they're looking for. They are answerable to the public. They have a lot of things that govern them because they are in the public eye. PwC is a private organization. They have their mission. They have what they stand for. So always put in time to know what this organization you are applying to, what they were looking for from you. Practice storytelling. Go to the mirror, talk to the mirror, talk to your friend, get your phone, record yourself. Practice makes perfect. No matter how you see it, practice makes perfect. Know the company, tailor your answers. This cannot be overemphasized. And have stories, when I did this, I was able to do this. Storytelling, so that when you are talking in the interview, they are following your journey, they are following what you're saying. Okay, so I hope this is useful. And hands-on experience helps you to stand out. All right. Theory alone will make you stand out. I've said that over and over again. Employers want the proof that you can do the job. Our UK work experience can definitely help you. We give you reference, we take you through projects, you gain real world experience, you work on live projects, you build the confidence that you need, and you learn tools and techniques on the job as well. So obviously, this free workshop should give you as much information as you need to launch you into the most in-demand and high-paying non-coding tech roles that we have today: project management, business analysis, and data analysis. They are one of the easiest barriers to entry. Cybersecurity is a good one, but the barrier to entry is not as easy as project management and business analysis. That is just the truth. If you see anybody telling you online how you can get cybersecurity in 3 months, just run. I'm going to be very honest with you, because cybersecurity requires you to be privy to some high classified data. So for them to give you that kind of access, hey, there has to be a strong stuff in there. So it's not an easy role to enter into. And in many countries, they even need you to be in that country for at least 5, 6 years so that they can get you maybe like SC clearance and all of that. So you always have to take that into consideration. All right. So this is your launch pad. This should already tell you, okay, I think I'm a project manager, or I think I prefer data analysis, or I think I'm a business analyst. This already tells you where you need to be. All right. Can I just see in the chat? I know earlier on some people were saying, I don't know what I want to do, and you were writing the two. At this point, do you think you're more of a PM, a BA, or a data analyst? You can put it in the chat. All right. So our bootcamp offers project management and business analysis, data analysis and business intelligence. We also offer Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint, and we also have UK work experience programs. So maybe you currently just really desire a remote job, but you don't know how to package yourself for that international experience and showing that you can stand out. This will definitely be your launch pad. And we also offer services, in CV reviewing, LinkedIn optimization, interview preps, and career support. Okay, so we're nearly done. So of course, if you are interested in project management and business analysis, definitely this is the right place. We're starting a new course on the 30th of August. So in the next 7 days, I'm going to be here again, and I will be introducing the course. We'll be starting with business analysis, and then we'll move on to project management. So if you're definitely ready, you're feeling stuck, you're tired of unfortunately, this is definitely your chance, to stand out. These are some of the tools that you'll be learning, from Jira to Excel to Miro to Figma. Again, I tell people, right, you don't even want to become a BA, a PM. Just by joining this bootcamp, you will know what it means to use Figma, and you'll be able to start creating mockups, and you can go for UI UX design as well. And definitely this one is in demand. Even if you're just working as a contractor yourself, you're consulting, a lot of people now, even as a social media person, we all want our designs to look good online. So that would always bring you something. As simple as it is, you can position yourself. I know one of my people that now creates flyers and does that just by the UI UX design skills. He does that for a lot of people online. And you charge yourself, you charge your worth, and you can build a personal brand from even that space. So there's just so much opportunities. Obviously, as long as you put in the work, that's something that I don't sugarcoat at all. Put in the work, and definitely we would meet you in the middle. All right. So in terms of the work experience bootcamp, this is the phases that we go through. And also in the project management and business analysis bootcamp, this is what we go through. So we go from onboarding you, give you access to the learning management system, which is where all the videos, so if you miss a class, you were at work, you couldn't concentrate, or even you were in class, you concentrated, but you just need to go back, to the recording, you have access to the LMS. All right. And then you can keep watching and watch as much as you want. All right. And then you have your weekly classes on Saturdays like this. And you go to the phase 2, you go use the tools, you have your daily stand-ups, you work with your cohort members, you start your live project, you work with your developer to build your project. and you go to phase 4 where you start applying for your interviews. You have interview prep sessions, CV, LinkedIn, and you come back with your success story. So I can't wait for the success story. And so many people have done boot camps before, and they believe that they have the basics, what it takes. They have that basic understanding. All they need is a life project. Okay, can you see the slide now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Tech is showing itself today. It's one of those things. So I think I was just saying that if you want to do the full program, the project management and business analysis training, these are the offers that we have available. And I was saying that this is where most people are. But if you feel like you need some extra level of support, you need some little bit of hand holding, then you can go for this package. And if you know that you need some more push, then you can go for this package. So if you are currently, in so I just wanted to cover this one. If you're currently in Nigeria and you obviously because of the exchange rates might be a bit too high, or even if you're in any other African country, then you can send us a message. If you just scan this one to reach us on WhatsApp. So you can just take your phone and scan it right now. But if you're connecting on your phone, Martha, can you drop the link to send us the message in the chat? Can you drop the link in the chat, Martha, and people can send us a message. So if you want to also just add the number on WhatsApp by just putting the +44 there, and then you can send us a message if you want to join the training. So everything that we talked about in the session is what we would be covering. Okay, is what we'll be covering within the training. Everything that I've talked about, from project management to business analysis. Now, if you are interested in data analysis, we would offer it to you, and you can start practicing from Excel. So it's a self-paced course, is on in demand within your space, and you control when you want to watch it, basically. So from Excel to SQL to Python to Power BI, you can have access to it. You have lifetime access to the materials, okay, and the basics as well. Who a data analyst is, how can I become it? Everything is within the package. You'd also be joining a private community, and if you have, you also get the CV and the LinkedIn revamp as well. So if this is something you're interested in, you can do it as well. So if you're in Nigeria or in an African country, you can, like I said, scan the barcode. This is the barcode, okay? And if you are currently, based in the UK or any other European country, or in Canada or in US, then you absolutely can take advantage of any of these offers to join the training. So again, like I told us earlier on, it all starts with taking a leap of faith. It all starts with taking one step. And then that is where the transformative experience starts from. So take the leap of faith, obviously, and then it gets better from there. So if that's something you want, you can definitely do. And if you might be wondering, is this bootcamp for me? Obviously, choosing to transition in tech can be overwhelming. For everyone that have done it, it can be overwhelming. But when you have the right guidance and the right tools and support, the bootcamp is there to support you. You've heard from Victoria, you've heard from GBK as well. And we've also had a lot of people share their experience. You can also check us on our social media pages so that you know what people are saying. It's all about the transformation. All right. So if you're someone that is currently stuck, you want to transition into a new career, then this bootcamp is definitely for you. Okay, and what makes the bootcamp different? It is virtual, so you can learn it from any part of the world. It's virtual, it's flexible, and the hands-on experience makes it to stand out as well. You work on real projects, and we provide real impact and real results to you. So it is absolutely recommended for you if this is one of the things that you're looking at. Because some people might say, oh, I'm currently in maybe Uganda, for example. How can I take advantage? Well, it is 100% virtual and it provides flexible learning for you. And why are we different? So, work reference, so many people, the reason why they're not able to get jobs is because they don't have anyone that can provide them with reference or recommendation letters. Real life projects, mentorship, technical skills as well, interview prep, visa sponsorship opportunities. So this means that getting yourself acquainted with project management and business analysis skills can open the doors to landing a visa sponsorship role. Hands-on experience, job search strategy, 100%. We do this. And expert-led trainings, community of professionals. You join a community of like-minded individuals. You get free CV, free LinkedIn optimization, and you have access to industry tools and AI-powered resources as well. Okay, so do we have questions? You can raise up your hand. Do we have questions from anyone? Is there something that you just need clarification on so that we can take some of the questions before we call it a day? Any questions, please feel free to raise up your hand and I can call on you and you can ask your question. Any questions? No? Okay. You can put it in the chat as well. If it's about the boot camp or anything you just need further clarification on. Okay, Damilari, you can go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, Coach BME, I would like to ask a question regarding, you mentioned during your presentation regarding the people who are currently probably in Africa or in the Europe, or about people who are not neither in Africa or Europe, like in the Middle East. So regarding the lecture and the timing and the and the opportunity I'm talking about, like the classes or the training that they should opt in for. So I want to ask, like, which one would you recommend in terms of
Yeah,
the don't want to
yeah.
go for project management and business analyst?
Analysis, yeah. I mean, if you know yourself that maybe good communication skills, you know how to lead, you know what it means to just be a people person, I'll 100% recommend business analysis or project management. But if you feel like you're more of a kind of person that likes to be in the background, then data analysis. Do you understand? So you know yourself. So it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter if you're in the Middle East or if you're anywhere, it's still the same and it applies to every part of the world. Because in the Middle East, they have projects, they have, I'm sure you know that, you've probably seen the jobs on the job boards as well. So it's 100% recommended to just go with the one that you feel like your skills are more weighted towards this because you are happy to lead meetings, to present, to talk to people, or you like to be in the background. I don't know if that answers you, Daminare.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
So which one would you be going for?
Yeah, I would consider to opt in for project management and data analyst.
And business analysis, because it's
Business
together.
analyst. Sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, the link, we have a link in the chat that the team has dropped. You can send a direct message just by clicking on that link. It will send you directly to our WhatsApp number. Or if you just want to know how much it is, you just need more clarification, you can click on the link and it will send you to our WhatsApp number. Somebody says, how long is the training per night? So the training is just the way we're having this session now. We start at 2 o'clock and we end by 5 p.m. So we have like a 30 minutes break in between. And so it's say like 2 hours, 30 minutes. So for 3 Saturdays on business analysis, another 3 Saturdays for project management, and then you move into the live projects. Can one offer PM and data analytics? Yes, you can do the PM and business analysis and have the data analysis self-paced, and you're training, on it, on Excel, on Power BI, on Python, on SQL. And by the time you combine it together, wow, you're going to stand out. That's one thing for sure. even I always advise people that have already done the project management and business analysis to, if they have the capacity to still try and learn data analysis. All right. So
Hi,
how is it?
sorry. I
Yeah,
have a
go on.
question, please.
Yeah, please proceed.
Okay, for those, because myself, I've booked my Prince 2 exam, so I don't know which category I fall in, if I fall in the light or the super light. So I don't know which one to go for. I'm in between the two, but I'm confused on which one to go for at this moment.
Yes. So the package is built to be tailored to your needs. So I think you know yourself. Do you think you need a little bit more hand holding? So that would define which package you're gonna go for. Does that answer your question?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, the classes, is it Saturdays only?
So it's Saturdays like this time, and then
Okay.
on Tuesdays, right, in the evening, if you feel like you want us to go over what we did on Saturday, we just have that 1 hour. It's from
Oh,
6 to 7. So that's like a catch up on the previous Saturday and an opportunity to have like a Q&A, more personalized opportunity. And we could also learn one of the tools as well,
okay.
depending on what we have to do that day. But I leave Tuesday in so that people have opportunities to reflect, or I was looking at the LMS, or can you help me with this? You know, those kind of things. So it's an
Okay.
opportunity like to give more time to learning as well after the Saturday
Okay.
class. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So what's your name? I can see iPhone 6, but what's your name?
Sorry, my name is Stella.
Oh, Stella.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So would
Correct.
you be joining us in on the 30th of August?
I most definitely will because I enjoyed today. So yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So look forward to seeing Stella. I'm gonna look out for
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Um, so you can scan this barcode to follow us. Please follow us on our social media page, please. You can scan it on your phone and join us on social media. Follow us on our pages. We would also put it in the chat as well. Someone was asking in the chat, how is the job market for product manager roles in the UK, and how easy it is to. So it's relative. See, one thing I tell everybody that cares to listen, I've seen tons and tons of people get visa sponsorship jobs. Do they have two heads? No, they have only one head. The effort you put into everything will help you to stand out. So in my own dictionary, there's nothing like saturation, because my students call me and they say they get a job, or they say they have interview, and so people are crying that it's saturated. Oh, don't go there. But how come people are getting jobs? And how come people are getting interviews? So for me, I believe that if you put in an effort to stand out, then you will definitely get what you want. That is how I see things. So if you really desire a visa sponsorship opportunity, tailor yourself that way. Research into how you can land the role, research into how you can package yourself, and go for the interviews. If you do the first one, you didn't get to do the second one. If they send you unfortunately one, apply for another five. Keep pushing it. By the time you keep pushing the mountain will move. So it's PM and business analysis course together. Yeah, we offer it as a two-in-one package, but you can choose the one you want, or you can decide to learn both so that you have both skills. And if you decide to go for either of them, or maybe you try this one, it's not working out, you can switch up yourself and try out the other one. So we give you the two. Okay, and you can check our YouTube page. We have a lot of resources there. I try as much as possible to put in at least one video per week. God help me to be consistent and to practice what I preach. So these are some of the people that have gone through the trainings, and this is just like a small subset so that you see real people, real results. Thank you, Coach BMA. So it's a way to bridge the light package and data analysis of church or scholarship. There's no scholarship, please. um, Abiola, I don't understand your question. Did you want to do the light package and data analysis? Is that what you're saying? Is Abiola still here? I am in between the two. Can you send us a message? Send us a message and we'll take it from there. We can chat about it. Send a message to me and then I will see what I can do. Okay? So send us a message. Click the link now. How do we send the message? The link is in the chat. Okay? So check that link now. Once you click on the link, it will take you straight to WhatsApp and just send a message there. Hi, I'm Adiola, or from the free workshop. And everyone on the free workshop automatically gets a 10% discount. So if you're registering from this free workshop, you're registering today, you get a 10% discount. Okay, so these are some of the people that have gone through the training. And these are some of the places that our students work now. All right. And I think that's the end. Yeah. So I've already talked about this before. If you're struggling to land interviews, job offers, as long as you're willing to put in the work, I would be suggesting certifications to do. And I try as much as possible to give you free certifications because I don't want you to spend a lot of money. So I'll be giving you certifications as a BA. I'll be suggesting certifications around product management so that you have some little bit of product management experience as well, product analytics and things like that. So I'll be suggesting a lot of free certifications for you to do. Some might come with a little fee, some might be free, but we'll try and do as much as possible so we can be free. Would there be discounts if you registered yesterday? Are there sponsorship opportunities for Bootcamp? When you say sponsorship, I don't understand what you mean, Ayiko. Do you mean scholarship? You know what? Can you just send us a message? So there's a link, Ayiko, copy the link, click on the link and send us a message so that we can answer your question. All right. So I think we're done. Yes. So again, you've done a bootcamp before. You can go for the work experience bootcamp. This is the package. Okay. You can, if you need a little bit of more hand holding, then we'll be supporting you on that. And finally, I'm sure you know that affiliate marketing is huge. So if you know anyone that wants to upskill themselves, instead of you just telling somebody for free and just helping us to announce the information, you can earn by advertising us. So you have a friend that wants to join the training, you can get a 5% commission on that once you refer them and they join us. If you say something about learning with somebody else and you're like-minded, you're friends, it kind of pushes you beyond your limit. So if you have a friend and you want to join together, you would get an extra 5% on top of the 10% discount by bringing your friend over to us. If you're signing up with your husband, we've had people where husband and wife sign up, or siblings, even mother and child, we see all those kind of things. So if you have that kind of scenario, we'll be able to offer you discounts for the both of you. So yeah, if you want to pay for any of the bootcamp, you can just take a screenshot. These are the approved account details. Please don't pay to any other account aside from this. So these are the account details. If you want to use Klarna, some people want to use Klarna to pay. If you reside in the UK, send us a message. We will send you the link to use Klarna to pay. And so yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. You can scan any of these barcodes to join us on social media. Please follow me on social media. Any of them will take you to follow us on social media. And the final, these are also our social media pages. So this recording will be available. We will tell you when it's available in case you want to reflect back to it. Somebody says when is the deadline to pay. So it's literally like before we start. So maybe like until Friday next week. We're starting on Saturday next week. So until Friday next week. So please scan the barcode, follow us, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a lot of content there that can help you, from AI to I have a video that people keep commenting that they love it, but it's telling you what a BA does on a life project in the real world from start to finish. Okay, so the final thing I wanted to cover was I have a portfolio ready tool that you can access. So within that portfolio thing, I have like 10 projects there. So the projects are cutting across from healthcare to retail to IT to startup. So what you need to do is to access it. All right. And when you access it, it would show you those projects, and you can learn those projects and use them within your interviews. Because sometimes if you can explain more than 5 projects within your interview, it can really, really, really help you. So get access to that. There's playbooks as well that can help you. I also have an ebook on nailing your interview. And also you can join our paid community as well. When you join our paid community, you get access to data, to Excel and PowerPoint for free. Sorry, not data, to Excel and PowerPoint for free. Okay, so I hope we're scanning the barcode, scan it, and get access to these resources because they are designed to really, really help you. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Did we get the privilege of a follow back? Yeah. So there's a way you connect with people on LinkedIn that you can write a note on LinkedIn. So just put something there to say hi from the free workshop. I'm following you, and I'll connect with you back. Okay. Yeah. And that's even a tip. Like if you're connecting with industry people, connecting with people that can help you, always put a note there, a thoughtful note. Even if it's a recruiter, put a thoughtful note there so that they can accept your connection. All right. Because it would normally go straight into the inbox when you do it like that. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. I really do appreciate you taking the time to join us today. Don't forget to scan the links if you want access to the portfolio ready playbooks and projects that you can put on your portfolio from today. Then you can do that. It also tells you how to build that within the playbook for PMs and for BAs. Okay. So thank you. This is where we draw the curtain. I try to keep it short. And hopefully we see a lot of your faces within the. I've taken note of Adaku. Adaku, are you joining us from next week?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes,
Because you have been chatting us, so you have to join us.
yes, I will.
Okay. And Damilare as well. I've taken note of Damilare as well. So Adiola as well. Would you be joining us from next week? And Maureen. There's so many people. There's so many names that I've taken note of. And Abiola as well. So you have the whole week to reflect on it, take your decision, take an informed decision as well, and then we'll be happy to have you join us from the 30th of August. We hope to see you soon in the bootcamp. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to scan the barcodes and follow us on our social media platforms. Okay? iPhone 6s Plus 2. Looking forward to joining you. Yes, Shola, I'll be looking forward to seeing you. I know those names. These are the people that I'll be pressing on. Have you gone to watch your videos? Have you gone to do what you're supposed to do? Tolulope says, see you soon. Lovely. I can't wait to see all of you on the 30th of August. So don't forget, please send us a message, even if you're still deciding, so that you know that you have our number. Send us a message, okay? Send us a message. And if you are rewatching this, maybe you are rewatching it on YouTube after the session has been uploaded, please scan this barcode, this one, so that you can reach us on WhatsApp and register for one of the trainings if you are rewatching this later on. Thank you. I'm going to draw the curtain here. I appreciate you joining, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.